G'day folks. The rental market is a massive factor at the moment, both on the side of people trying to get a property to stay in and obviously rents going up, and also on the side of people that have basically got mortgages and own investment properties. And little do people understand that there's quite a negative connotation about people that own investment properties, but the reality is 90% of the people that own investment properties are mums and dads who just have one or two properties that have worked hard all their lives and don't necessarily have big amounts of money. It's not the big corporate agencies and that kind of top 5 or 10% that own bulk properties. It's more the mum and dads that are struggling with interest rates. And it's an interesting theme because interest rates go up, no renters offer to turn around and pay the person who owns the property more rent, as their costs go up with electricity and strata fees and property management and insurances and all those things. In saying that, there's absolutely the place for a conscious investor and one who takes into consideration social issues and finds a middle path there. For me, we've always been in a situation where we tried to keep our rent at a favourable position that covered our costs, but at the same time wasn't just taking advantage of market gains just to push the rent as high as possible. Especially through the COVID period, we halved our rents just to give people the opportunity that were struggling, and even left them in the properties longer with even no rent just because of the circumstances. So I suppose everyone's got to sit down and pursue the pathway that's most suited to them. The great thing for renters at the moment, there's actually more flexibility in regard to what you can do in regard to breaking the lease, because there's always a penalty if you break the lease. You've got to give 14 days notice. But at the same time, there's such a demand for rentals at the moment. If you work with your property manager, you can probably find you can break your lease if you did need to move due to unforeseen circumstances and get someone else in there and find you have very little penalty. Anyway, a few things to think about on both sides of the coin there, and you can still follow a pathway without a doubt if you look around and find a property that is more in excess, and that could be units in your area or depending what the type of property is, where you can still rent a lot cheaper than having a mortgage and buy an investment property where it makes you money and the investment property covers your costs. Anyway, something to think about. I'll be doing a few more videos on those things. Hopefully that's useful, and go and do your own research on either side of the coin. Thanks guys.